starts right back there. Water comes out of the ground, ice cold, sweet, pure. Do you like a drink?
I'd love one.
Putting Mr. King to a lot of trouble.
No, no. My pleasure. Have you seen any of our local wildflowers?
Thank you.
My good wife, the lovely Kelly Edwards, is at it again.
Dan, no, he was just being nice and I was simply being polite.
Polite. That's not what I call it. He's a man, and what you see is another conquest.
Dan, please, this is exactly what you promised me would not happen again. That's why we came out here. Please don't make a scene.
You're right. It's a pretty lake. How far is it to the Ponderosa?
A couple of miles, but it's all uphill.
I don't know what I ever saw in Hack. He's not as good looking as you. And when it comes to brains, he's not even in your class.
You sure things between you and Hack are finished?
He could crawl down this dusty street and I wouldn't even look.
Well, it's just that Hack's one of my friends, and I'd hate for anything to happen.
Hack's nobody's friend. Hack only rode me home for my mother's sponge cake. It's awfully good. You'll see. But then all Hack ever thinks about is his stomach. You're not like that. I can tell. You know, I've wanted to do this for ever so long.
Really?
Eloise! Get off that horse!
Hack, get out of here! I don't even hear you! Do you any good. I'm not your girl, and I never will be again.
Ow, stop it. Well, you may not know you're my girl, but Jamie's gonna know it.
What were you doing riding Alice home?
Well, Alice is my cousin. My mom makes me do it sometimes.
Members of our board are just as delighted as I am. But they are curious. Jamie. Excuse me. Heavens, what happened?
I'm sorry, Pa. I fell.
Yeah, you sure did. Well, come on over and say hello to our new teacher. They'll be staying with us for a while. Mr. Edwards, my son Jamie.
How do you do, sir? Nice to meet you.
And Mrs. Edwards.
How do you do, man?
Did you win, Jamie?
No, I guess not, sir.
Well, that's nothing to be concerned about. I give top marks for subjects, not fisticuffs.
Don't let him fool you, Jamie. He never gave a top mark to anybody in his life. The best you'll ever get is a satisfactory.
No.
Well, let's get you in satisfactory shape.
No, I'm all right, Pa. I'll do it. If you folks will excuse me, it's nice meeting you.
You know, Ben, I lost a lot of fights in that same school. Now, you were saying that...
Oh, yes, I was, well, the members of the board, I suppose it's only normal. They're wondering why you would leave teaching at Yale to come back to Virginia City.
Well, I came back here because I grew up here. And I wanted Kelly to see it.
Yes, we came back here because Dan wants to see if I'm fit to be a rancher's wife.
That's right. In the city, we're on her ground. Here, we're on mine.
And as the lawyers say, I am willing to stipulate that I am totally incompetent. Helpless. I can't ride a horse or milk a cow or... Well, Dan, you tell Mr. Cartwright all the things that I can't do. Excuse me. May I help you?
Thank you. I can manage.
I'll be very gentle.
No, really, I'm almost finished.
How did it happen?
Oh, it's not that interesting.
You can never tell what'll interest a woman.
Well, it was sort of a misunderstanding. You see, there was this girl, Eloise, and it's really not worth going into.
You had a fight over a girl?
Yeah, sort of.
That's very romantic.
No, not at all. Eloise told me that Hack, her old boyfriend, were finished, and...
And they weren't?
No. She just used me to make Hack jealous.
Well, girls do things like that sometimes.
Yeah. Maybe that's a good reason not to trust him. Excuse me.
Go, Mr. Evans. Thank you.
Dan, I've told you I'm scared of horses.
And why did you buy the outfit if you didn't intend to ride?
I did intend. Besides, I like the way I looked in it.
Fool. Now, this time, just hold him tighter. I'm right beside you. There's nothing to be afraid of. Kelly, horses are really stupid. That they can sense if you're frightened of them.
I'm terrified.
I told you, Kelly, there's no need to be. Now, come on. Here, come here. Come on. Good boy. Now, put your foot in the stirrup. That's it. Now, grab the saddle. There you go. Okay.
I'll never feel secure with anything I can't charm.
I'm aware of that.
Dan, I was joking.
Come on, Kelly.
Dan.
Anybody can ride a horse. I'm just going to walk you around.
Dan, let me down.
Give yourself a chance.
Dan, please let me down.
Oh.
Thank you.
You've got to get back on. You can't stop now. It'll be harder tomorrow. I've been patient, Kelly. Now, you're getting back on? I'm going to ride over to the Andrews place.
Dan. Dan, I'll do it. Dan?
I'll take her.
Oh, thank you. I'm frightened of her. Have you ever heard of anything so silly?
No, everyone's frightened of what they don't know.
Well, I can't afford to be. You know that we've rented the old Andrews ranch, and a rancher's wife should know how to ride a horse, shouldn't she?
Well, yes, ma'am, but she'll learn.
How?
Well, I could teach you.
That would be a chore, Jamie, and besides, you have other things to do.
No, I'd be happy to.
It is such a big favor to ask. I have no way to repay you.
Now, it seems to me that everyone's always showing me how to do things. It'd be fun for me to show someone else for a change.
Well, I must warn you, I'm a very slow learner.
Well, I'm not too sure I can teach you very fast either, but, tell you what, first thing after school tomorrow, I'll have a couple horses saddled up and we'll begin.
I'd love to surprise Dad. Ride out and meet him someday.
Well, you will.
Once I was back east, I discovered that my education was second rate. See, I had not really learned... Very pretty flowers. Who brought them? Is it a secret? Who brought them? Well, whoever it was, thank you. But if you expect to improve your grades with flowers, I warn you, it won't work. Anyway, I made up my mind that if I ever came back here to teach, I'd do a better job for my students. And perhaps if any of you ever want to go to Yale, it'll be easier.
Who the heck wants to go to Yale?
Of course you don't want to go to Yale. You don't want to go to school at all, do you?
That's the first thing you said I agree with.
Hurrah for me. You're Gene Erber, right?
Right.
Well, Mr. Erber, why don't you write 500 words on why I should go to school and why I don't want to?
Why don't you go jump? I won't do it. How are you gonna make me?
How you feel?
I'd like to get down.
Oh. The only way you're gonna get used to the feel of a horse is to be on him a while, see? All right. Sit up straight. That's it. Feel better?
No?
Okay.
It's really not so bad, is it?
No, of course not. And pretty soon you're gonna be using these reins, and then it'll even be better because you have control of the horse. Well, Mrs. Edwards, looks like you made a friend.
Oh, she's so sweet.
Yeah.
Okay, you're on your own.
Oh! When does it stop bouncing?
It's not bouncing, Kelly. You are.
Well, how do I stop?
Relax.
I feel it, I
You
feel it.
sure did.
Come on, Jamie. Ha, ha. Now let's see if you like butter.
Do I?
You do.
I do? Let's see if you like butter.
All right.
Yeah, you do. You know, if you think this stream is something, you ought to see Tahoe. It is really beautiful.
Oh?
Any law against moving closer?
Yeah, there is. Well, you can listen, but you better not look.
Good. Are you going to join us?
Sure.
Good. What shall we play first?
Well, let's see. Why don't I begin and you see if you can follow?
All right.
All right? Okay. Here it goes.
Faster. Come on, you go faster, Ned. Faster?
Kelly? I'm finished with my work. Are you ready for bed?
Yes, I'm just coming. Good night.
Good night.
That's great.
Hey,
Jamie, you're getting better all the time.
Oh.
That sounds good.
She's awfully good. Boy, I had a hard time keeping up with her.
Yeah, she sure is good. Well, what about your homework?
Oh, I've already done it, Pa.
Huh? Ready for bed?
Well, yeah, a little while. It's kind of nice out tonight. I think I'll stay out here for a while.
All right.
Yeah, I'm gonna turn it. Good night, Joe.
See you in the morning.
All right.
Good night, Jim.
Good night.
Kelly. Good-looking man, young Joe Cartwright, isn't he?
Oh, Dan, please, not again.
No, it's just commenting.
There are hundreds of thousands of good-looking men in this world. I'm married to you.
I thank God you are. I need you, Kelly. Kelly.
You're very gentle.
It's very fragile.
I was watching your father with a Mustang the other day. He's very gentle, too. I guess it runs in the family.
Yeah, well, you know, you can break a Mustang or gentle him. My pa believes in gentling, so do I.
That's true of people, too. My father wasn't gentle. He was kind, but not gentle. Strange. He was very, very hard to please. I used to knock myself out trying to earn a kind word from him. And it didn't happen very often, I can tell you. But when it did, when he praised me, I felt so proud my heart could burst.
Here, hold her a minute.
Oh, no, I'll hurt her.
Oh, no, you couldn't hurt anything.
Now, you see, Jamie, you've just made me feel very proud.
Well, it's only the truth.
Well, maybe that's what my husband and my father have been trying to tell me. My trouble is I don't do anything very well.
Oh, I can't believe that.
Do we have to put the bird in the cage?
Yes, but only to protect it.
For its own good, huh?
Right. There you go.
Right.
Take it easy.
I don't believe it. How did it happen?
Jamie deserves all the credit.
Well, he certainly does. He succeeded where I failed. What's your secret, young man?
He's gentle, kind, and smart.
Bring some of that to school with you, will you, Jamie?
I'm trying.
Don't let him scare you. If you need any help with your homework, come to me.
Congratulations, Mrs. Edwards. I'm very proud of you, Kelly. Now, Gene Herbert, as between I and Sam went to the woods, and me and Sam went to the woods, which would you say?
Me and Sam.
Hack?
I'd stick with my brother.
Lou?
Me too.
I see. Well, Gene, why do you prefer me and Sam?
Sounds better.
Oh? And what do you say, Jamie?
Well, I don't agree with either of them. Well, I mean, it's Sam and I, because I went to the woods, not me went to the woods. The verb calls for subject.
Precisely. And now, may I remind you all that this was the lesson for today, and that the same subject was discussed last week. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's try it again. As between you and I, and between you and me, which would you say? Hack Herbert.
Why don't you ask somebody else?
I'm asking you, Hack.
Okay, between you and I.
Do you have any reasons for your choice, or does it just sound better?
They're both the same. Between you and I, you and I.
Your reasoning is as faulty as your English. You will write between you and me 100 times. And since you all stick together, Lou and Jean, you two will do the same. You find that amusing, Jamie?
No, sir.
We've had it. We're gonna fix him.
And today.
You with us or not?
I don't know. What are you gonna do?
First, you gotta tell us. You with us?
We ain't gonna take no more of it.
Aren't, Mr. Lude. Not ain't.
Look, you won't accomplish anything. He's just gonna find out who you all are, and then you'll really be in trouble.
Are you yellow?
Emily, if you call 5 against 1 brave, yes, I'm yellow.
Jamie?
Uh-huh.
You all right?
Yeah, I'm all right. I got a horse over here.
Well, here, wait a minute. Help me pick up these papers, will you?
Papers?
Yeah.
Is my math test in here?
Oh, for goodness sakes, Jamie. Any place we can get cleaned up? I don't want Kelly to see me like this.
Yeah, over at the bunkhouse.
Oh, boy. My knee really got stomped on. I think it was when I was down. You know who they were, Jamie? Doesn't matter, Jamie. I do. I'll take care of it. Jamie!
Dan, where have you been? We've been so worried about you.
Good heavens, what happened to you?
We were unavoidably detained. Jamie and I were a little outnumbered.
Yeah, sure looks it. Well, let's get in the kitchen.
What's the matter? You two fight? You two fight? Very bad, very bad.
Stop saying we'll explain everything later. Right now, we need some hot water.
Hot water on the stove.
All right, bring some up to Jamie's room. Jamie, you get up to your room. I'll be up there in just a minute.
Kelly, you help Jamie. I can take care of myself.
All right, now, who was it?
A few of my students.
Well, I guess the meeting of the school board will fix that
I'm
up.
quite able to manage the discipline. I assure you they won't try it again.
All right? Yeah. Lie down. I have to clean that. Am I hurting you?
No. You're the one who's gentle.
That's because I want to be. Why did they attack Dan?
Well,
Does he strike them?
well, sometimes they deserve it. No, I just think it's, well, he makes fun of them. It's like he really doesn't like him, you know?
This will sting. Sorry.
It's worth it to have you take care of me.
No, it isn't. And you certainly didn't think so that first afternoon when I tried to help you.
Well, that was different. I didn't know you then.
You don't know me now. Sometimes I don't know myself.
Well, I think I know you.
Perhaps you do. You're a very sensitive young man.
So are you. Well, I mean, woman. beautiful, too.
Now, you stop that. You're going to give me a swollen head.
I already have one.
There, that's to make it all better.
Oh, silly, I can't find room for all these things.
She's been up since 4 and we're still packing.
Well, he wants me to be up early, charming, and organized all at the same time.
Kelly, this is for you.
Oh, Jamie, thank you, but not now. Could you take care of her for me?
Sure, I'd be happy to.
But you know what? Your checkerboard and checkers, I'd like to borrow those.
Checkers?
All right.
Now, when are we going to have time to play that?
I'll get it.
Ah, here we are. Something to hold you. Gotta get that stove of yours working.
Oh, well, thank you, Ben. I'll see.
Ben, I'm just in love with you and your whole family. You're marvelous people.
I'll second that. Ben, we're very grateful. Thank you.
And of course, you're all invited to supper as soon as we get settled in.
Well, we'll look forward to that.
Here, Kelly.
Thank you, Jamie.
And you, young man, you're welcome anytime.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, let me give you a hand here. Goodbye. I'm gonna miss him.
So will I.
Jamie! What happened to you?
No, nothing.
Who are you taking to the dance?
Dance? I don't know. I don't know if I'm going.
Of course you are. It's the biggest dance of the season. Everyone's coming. And just for your information, I'm not seeing Hack anymore. And this time it's crossed my heart and hope to die true.
Howard's asked me, but I haven't said yes yet.
Well, I haven't decided myself.
Well, hurry up. It's going to be great fun. And I love to dance. And I wouldn't mind walking outside with you either.
Well, I haven't decided yet.
Welcome.
Thank you. How's it coming?
Terribly.
Terribly.
Yeah. I start to plant flowers. I wanted boxes all along there, and then I remembered that Dan told me to plant tomatoes, so I start that. Then the cow moves, and I remember I have to milk her, and then the chickens start, and I can't remember if I fed them or not. Is there any way you can tell if you fed chickens or not?
By looking at them? No, I don't think so.
So anyway, Dan comes home, and everything is half done or not done, and he gets angry. Well, he's right, I guess.
Well, I'm here to help.
Oh, Jamie, you're the answer to a lady's prayer. Now, what would you like to start with? Would you like to milk the cow, sweep floors, chop kindling?
I think I'll start with the kindling.
Okay.
Where do you want the milk?
I have a can. But I haven't scoured it yet.
Oh, well, where is it? I'll scour it for you.
Oh, Jamie, I'm really such a bad housewife. I don't know how Dan puts up with me.
Now, it seems to me you got a lot accomplished.
Let's have our milk and cake, and I'll scour, and you can rest and tell me how wonderful I am.
Well, you are.
Come on.
Tell me, what's New Haven like?
Well, it's a college town. And of course, everything centers around the college, but it's pretty. It's got a little bit of green, but not like this.
That sounds nice.
I'll get the door.
All right.
Can you manage?
Yes. Hey, you're getting pretty good at that.
I should be. I've had 4 days practice.
Well, hello.
Look around you. It's getting to look more like a home, thanks to Jamie, who's helped all week. We've got a lot done.
Well, it sure looks a lot better. Oh, I see you got the flowers in. Very pretty. Thanks for the help, Jamie. But don't neglect your homework.
How is school?
It's okay.
Well, if you need any help with your homework, you come to me.
Oh, you've got too much to do.
Not so much I can't help you.
You going to the school dance?
Dan is, so are 3 of my apple pies and my potato salad. But I don't think I am. To tell you the truth, Jamie, I'm just too tired.
Well, things will be easier once you get things organized.
Organized? You are an optimist.
Oh, well, I'll still come by after school and help you. You'll see, things will be organized.
You mean it? You really mean it?
Sure, I mean it. Unless, of course, you'd rather I didn't come.
Jamie, you're the one friend I have here. I could never see too much of you.
Then I'll be here.
Good. Dan, I am not going, and that's all there is to it. I haven't washed my hair, and I don't have a clean dress to wear.
And may I ask, why don't you?
You left me a list of chores. I've been doing those, or at least trying to.
I don't believe that's the real reason, Kelly.
Well, then you tell me what is.
You're punishing me because I don't like for you to dance with other men.
Even if I don't dance, something happens. It always does.
It happens because you make it happen.
All right, so I'm avoiding it.
Kelly, listen. Maybe appearances are more important in these Western towns than they should be. It doesn't matter how you look. It's just important that you be there. If you're not there, there'll be talk.
Nothing like the talk there'll be after you make a scene.
If you behave, there won't be a scene.
Apparently, you can't help it. If a man speaks to me, if he so much as looks at me, you get angry. I don't know, Dan. I'm just too tired to go through it.
You keep talking as if my suspicions had no basis in fact.
They don't! How many times do I have to tell you? We weren't married then. We weren't even engaged. You dropped me. I was too much of a city girl for you, remember? I never expected to see you again.
You knew I'd come back.
I didn't. I was all in pieces. The man was kind to me.
We'll talk about it in the morning.
We'll talk about it right now. I didn't do anything wrong, and you know it.
You were in his arms. Oh, my father warned me. She's too beautiful.
Your
It'll be nothing.
father? You want a marriage like that?
That's what I'm talking about.
Oh, so a man's going to come here the minute you leave. Is that what you're thinking? That's why I'm staying home? Look at me. Am I dressed to receive? Do I look like a woman who's expecting her lover? Dan, please. Ugh.
Well, I had to see for myself. Mary keeps raving about you. He's so bright, so handsome. I guess you know she has a crush on you.
No, ma'am.
Well, I can't blame her. Of course, she's only 13, but she's very mature for her age, don't you think?
Absolutely, Mrs. Williams.
Emily.
Emily.
Where's your wife? I want to meet her.
Well, she wanted to come. She was looking forward to it. At the last moment, she was taken ill.
Oh, I'm sorry. Grace Winkham said she wouldn't be here, but I didn't believe her. I said no one would let a man as handsome as Dan Edwards come to a dance by himself. Mary!
Jamie, what
Hi,
are you
Kelly.
doing here?
Well, you said if I ever needed any help with my homework.
You didn't go to the dance?
No.
Come in. At your age, with all those young girls and the music.
Well, you said you might not be going, so...
And you came all this way on that chance? Sit down. Well, I'm very glad to see you. Very glad.
Oh, thank you.
What would you like to start with first? Math, English, history?
Why don't we start with math?
All right, and if we get through in good time, we'll have a game of checkers.
Oh, fine.
Let me see.
Kelly?
Dan? How was the dance? Oh, Jamie was here earlier. We were going over his homework. In fact, he left his pencil case here. Would you take it? Jamie? Dan, you know
Jamie. He's a boy. You don't really believe...
I don't believe. I know.
You know what?
Kelly, he loves you. The boy's in love with you.
Oh, nonsense, Dan. We're friends, that's all.
I don't want him here again. I know he's been help and company to you, but it has to stop, Kelly, and right now.
It's true, if you're right. What'll I tell him, Dan? He's been nothing but a comfort and a help.
I don't care what you tell him. Tell him there's talk about you in town.
That's a lie.
There is talk about you. You tell him I don't want him here again, or I'll tell him.
Hi, Kelly. Want to show you my math test?
How did you do?
Very well. Why don't I try the killing
No,
first and...
not now. We have to talk. This is going to hurt you. But I have to say it. You can't come here anymore.
What have I done?
It's not what you've done or what you haven't done. You've been wonderful. A help and a comfort. It's what I've done. I've let something happen.
I don't know what you mean.
You know what I mean, Jamie. Jamie! Jamie, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Kelly! I thought I told you to tell him goodbye.
That's what I did.
I saw what you did.
Jamie? Hoping I'd find you here?
Something you want me to do, Pa?
Got this note for you.
Dear, dear Jamie, I'm going away tomorrow. Jamie, please don't come to see me, I beg you. This note is to say goodbye. I couldn't leave without thanking you for all your help and understanding. Your friend, Kelly.
Here is a pretty place. I'm glad you found this place to come to. I have one particular place I go to when I have something on my mind. Everybody should have a place where they can be alone and think. Would it help any to talk about it? You know, loving somebody and losing them, that hurts. Even when you know it, it's impossible, it hurts. But that's part of living. I guess it's happened to just about everybody. Part of being a man. But to love, to give, to care for someone, that's part of living, too. The hurt eventually will fade away. But the warmth, the loving, and you'll have it when you find someone to give it to, someone you want to stay with for the rest of your life. Pretty soon the hurt will fade away, and the love will stay. I don't suppose it. What I'm saying makes too much sense to you now. But it will. It will. Come home, Jamie. When you're ready to.
Kelly, I had to come. I just had to say goodbye, Kelly.
What do you want?
I had to talk to you and tell you.
Tell me. There's nothing a 16-year-old boy can tell me. Get out of here.
There you go. You're doing it again. That's what's wrong with you, Mr. Edwards. Part of what's wrong with you. You never listen.
I'm not interested in your opinion, Jamie.
You never even asked me why they bushwhacked you. Why those kids tried to pound you into the ground.
All right. Why?
Because you're a rotten teacher. Well, you could be good because you're brilliant. But, Mr. Edwards, brilliance is not enough. You've got to have patience, too. Just because you know a lot, well, everybody just isn't as fast as you are. Sometimes they're slow or clumsy. So you whack them. Even if they're really trying, you whack them. That's why they hate you.
All right, you've made your little speech. Now get out.
When I'm through.
You are through.
You hit us with a ruler, but what do you hit your wife with?
Get out of here, Jamie, before I throw you out.
You made fun of her just like you made fun of us. Just because she couldn't ride a horse or chop wood. Or things that don't even matter. Well, I'll tell you. She's good. And she's kind. And she's beautiful. Everybody loves her. I went to your house earlier today. She told me not to, but I went anyway. And I saw just what you did to her.
Shut up.
She thought you were so great. That's the crazy part about it. She thought you were so great. She did everything she could. Using your fists on somebody as nice as her. What kind of a man are you? I pity you.
Mr. Edward, good to see you. Nobody home now, only Jamie.
Well, would you please tell him that I'm here?
Yes, yes. Jamie. Come here, fix shirt. You have lady visitor downstairs. Mr. Edward.
No, I can't see her. Look, tell her I'm not home. Tell her that.
How? You go out window?
No.
Hobson already tell her you home?
Hobson, tell her anything, but just don't let her know
Come in.
Excuse me.
I had to bring these back. I couldn't really leave without saying goodbye, especially after what happened yesterday. Dan's gone already. I don't know where. And I'm going home. Jamie, I owe you so much. I just couldn't leave without thanking you again. One day you will find a girl who will understand all the things that you are. Your gentleness, understanding, concern. And you know that I'll never forget you.